Instagram, a wrestling historian, has done when he's asking, how would you have ended the NWO storyline? Thanks in advance.
I always thought that the best way that could have been handled was it was never done how I always envisioned it. I always envisioned that once we took over, that it would become NWO Nitro. It was no longer going to be WCW. It'd be NWO, and everybody would basically work. You know, there was a show that it was on television for a while, and it was basically if Germany had won World War II. And it was
The Man in the High Castle or something like that? Yeah.
And,
so a similar thing if
yeah, so
NWO had taken over the company.
You know, I wouldn't have went Wolfpack. Like we should have, we fucked that up because we were all a bunch of prima donnas. We should have just sat down. Of course, this is a 64-year-old Kevin Nash saying this.
Right, sure.
You know, if we knew what we knew then, right? Knew now what we knew then. Oh, opposite. Knew then what we knew now.
If you knew then what you know now.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Only took me seven times to try something that could only went two ways.
50-50 shot you turned into a 50.
Have another tablespoon of syrup fucking there, Sparky.
X says, being left-handed, is it any different in training to be a wrestler?
I didn't finish.
I thought that was it. That they would have the show. Go ahead, finish.
No, we would take over, and then slowly the WCW, like Sting and Dallas and those guys, would be like the Revolutionary War, and slowly they would try to take, back over the Turner product.
So I have to ask you, when would you have cut it off? Then it would never have made its way to WWE. It would have ended in WCW before the purchase in 2001.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have been back to WCW, and then everybody would be. Then we could have, hopefully, in a perfect world, we could have had the Larry Sanders Show. We could have shot that different, like created worlds, done everything the way that I did, just the way I envisioned. But I didn't. It was just I was one person with a vision,
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was Bob Ross. I didn't get to fucking make little trees and houses and shit. I just pretty much had to do what everybody else wanted to do.
First time I've ever heard the analogy of Bob Ross brought into the booking committee in WCW. Bob Mold, maybe, not Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross fucking pretty much had a free canvas.
But our